Two answers, same journey. Listen close.
The train stopped in the middle of the night. There was nothing around us, just dark.
Somewhere past midnight, the train ground to a halt. No station, no signal, just us and a field of stars. Same story, one's band 6.5, honest and stuck. The other is what IELTS speaking examiners call band 9. 4 moves separate them, and by the end of this video, they're yours. Okay, Gia, a journey that stuck with you, not a holiday, just a trip. Where does your mind go first?
Okay. So a few years ago, I took an overnight train to the coast. I wanted to see the sunrise at the sea, so I got the late train and, I planned to sleep on the way and arrive in the morning.
Overnight, so you're expecting to just sleep through it.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. The train stopped in the middle of the night. There was nothing around us, just dark. They said there was a problem on the line, so we had to wait. I was really tired and a little scared, honestly.
Wait, it just stopped, in the dark, out in the open.
Yes, for like 2 hours. Some people got off the train to get fresh air, and I did too. It was very cold, but the sky was very clear. And then, we started talking. Just strangers, but everyone was in the same situation.
So the thing that ruined your plan is the thing you remember.
Exactly. We shared snacks and talked about where we were going. One man showed us the stars and the names. Honestly, it was the best part. The sunrise later was nice, but that dark waiting time was the best part.
That's a great story, and I mean that, the material is all there.
Thank you, but I feel like when I say it, it sounds kind of flat, you know? The story is good, but my words are not.
That's exactly it. The story's a 9, the language is a 6.5. Let me retell it. Your story, my words, tell me what changes. You're an hour in, you've finally drifted off, and then the whole carriage lurches. Somewhere past midnight, the train ground to a halt. No station, no signal, just us and a field of stars. A voice says there's a fault on the line, nobody's going anywhere.
Somewhere past midnight, the train ground to a halt. No station, no signal.
There it is, the train stopped, just became ground to a halt. Manner, not just fact, hold it, next beat. So I step down onto the gravel and there's nothing. No town, no road, no lights. We're in the middle of nowhere and the cold hits you, but so does the sky. More stars than I'd ever seen in the city.
We're in the middle of nowhere and the cold hits you, but so does the sky.
There was nothing around us, became in the middle of nowhere. One idiom, total isolation. Next. And stuck out there, something shifts. Strangers who'd ignored each other for hours start to strike up a conversation. Where are you headed? Got any food? Isn't this unreal? Snacks come out. Someone starts naming the constellations.
Strangers who'd ignored each other for hours start to strike up a conversation.
We started talking, became strike up a conversation. Precise collocation for strangers. Last beat. And here's the twist. The sunrise I'd traveled all night for was beautiful, sure. But that broken down hour under the stars with people I never saw again, that turned out to be the highlight of the whole trip.
That broken down hour under the stars, with people I never saw again, that turned out to be the highlight of the whole trip.
The best part became the highlight of the whole trip. Same story, ranked with confidence. That's the 4.
Okay, hearing it back like that, it's the same night, but it sounds like a completely different person telling it. I want that version to be mine.
All right, nice work there, Gia. Before we wrap up, let's go back and look at a few of the expressions you used. I want you to really lock these in.
Yes, please. I'd love to get these down properly.
First move, ground to a halt. Gia, before I explain it, what does that phrase make you picture?
Something big stopping slowly. Like it doesn't just stop, it kind of drags to a stop.
Exactly right. Halt is a stop and ground to adds the manner slow, heavy, forced. A train, traffic, a machine losing power. You feel the reluctance in it.
Oh, so it's not just what happened, it's how it happened. That's the part my version was missing.
That's the whole game. Listen to the two side by side. In round 1 you said, quote, the train stopped in the middle of the night. In the rebuild, it was the train ground to a halt, same event.
Yeah, hearing them back to back is kind of brutal. The first one is just information. The second one has a feeling in it.
And that feeling is what an examiner scores. Stopped signals a basic verb range. Ground to a halt signals you can reach for an idiom that fits the moment. Same picture, higher band.
Got it, but I shouldn't use it for every stop, right? It would sound weird for a taxi.
Perfect instinct, save it for a heavy, reluctant stop. A taxi pulling over is too light. Bank this rep, the traffic ground to a halt the moment it started to rain.
The traffic ground to a halt the moment it started to rain.
That's yours now, one move down. Second move, in the middle of nowhere. Gia, this one you've probably heard. What does it mean to you?
I think it means a place really far from everything, like no shops, no houses, nothing at all around.
Spot on, it's a fixed idiom for total isolation, far from any town or people. And crucially, it's 4 words doing what a whole sentence did in your first version.
Right, so instead of explaining it, I just say the phrase and people already get the whole picture.
Exactly, compare them. In round 1 you said, quote, there was nothing around us, just dark. The rebuild was we're in the middle of nowhere. One is built brick by brick, the other just lands.
Yeah, the second one sounds like something a native speaker would just say without thinking about it.
That's the signal. An idiom used naturally tells the examiner the language is automatic, not assembled. That's a band 9 marker.
One thing though, can I use it with a real place, like the middle of nowhere near my city?
Good catch. No, it stays general. The whole point is there's no landmark. Keep it clean. Try this one. Our car broke down in the middle of nowhere, hours from the nearest town.
Our car broke down in the middle of nowhere, hours from the nearest town.
Lovely, that's 2. Third move, strike up a conversation. Gia, what's the difference between this and just start talking?
Maybe strike up feels more sudden, like it just happens with someone you don't know.
That's exactly the flavor. Strike up is the collocation English keeps for beginning a conversation spontaneously, often with a stranger. It's a specific pairing, verb plus noun, locked together.
So the meaning is close to start talking, but the phrase itself sounds more natural and more precise.
Right, and precision is the point. In round 1 you said, quote, we started talking. The rebuild was strangers start to strike up a conversation. The second one tells me you pick the exact collocation.
Yeah, mine was fine, but it's the verb I use for everything. This one actually fits the strangers on a train moment.
And that's what examiners reward, not big rare words, but the right pairing in the right place. That signals real range.
Is there a time it wouldn't work? Like, could I strike up a meeting or something formal?
No, keep it for spontaneous, friendly starts. A planned meeting you have. Bank this rep. I struck up a conversation with the woman next to me while we waited.
I struck up a conversation with the woman next to me while we waited.
Perfect, 3 down, 1 to go. Last move, the highlight of the whole trip. Gia, how is that different from just saying the best part?
They mean almost the same thing, but highlight sounds stronger, like it's the one moment that really stood out.
Exactly, the highlight of is evaluative. You're ranking it, naming the single standout with confidence, and it loves the phrase turned out to be in front of it.
Oh, so, turned out to be the highlight. The 2 pieces kind of click together into one smooth line.
They do. Hear the contrast. In round 1 you said, quote, it was the best part, and you said it twice. The rebuild was that turned out to be the highlight of the whole trip. One is flat repetition, one is a confident verdict.
Yeah, I remember repeating best part because I didn't have another way to say it. This gives me the other way.
And that variety is scored directly. Repeating best part signals a narrow range, ranking with the highlight of signals control, same feeling, higher band.
One question, can I call a few things the highlight, or does it have to be just one moment?
Just one, that's what gives it power. A highlight beats the rest. Bank this, meeting the local family turned out to be the highlight of the whole trip.
Meeting the local family turned out to be the highlight of the whole trip.
Beautiful, that's all for The Same Night Rebuilt. That version's yours now.
That broken down hour under the stars, with people I never saw again, that turned out to be the highlight of the whole trip. That broken down hour under the stars, with people I never saw again, that turned out to be the highlight of the whole trip.